I'm J.R. Church. Welcome to today's analysis of the news. Grim is the word coming out of the Middle East. News from Israel, World War III has started. Oh, that's quite a statement. And this particular article says one needs to be deaf, blind, or an idiot at this time in order not to understand that the nuclear bomb tested in North Korea 2 days ago also exploded in the Prime Minister's office in Jerusalem. The North Koreans blatantly disregarded the Americans and publicly presented them as a meaningless power. Yet officials in Jerusalem are still reciting the roadmap and making note of the evacuation of some minor West Bank outpost. The world is changing before our eyes, and yet here we see the Knesset members earnestly explaining that the Americans will agree that we stay in Judea and Samaria if we only evacuate some 10 shacks. 2 days ago in North Korea, World War III officially got underway. The war that would pit so-called crazy states such as North Korea and Iran, for example, against states we shall characterize as moderate, including Egypt, the Gulf states, Saudi Arabia, which at this time leads the Arab Initiative for Peace with Israel. This is the same North Korea that spat in America's face 3 years ago, and this week did it again. Based on the reactions in Washington, it doesn't appear that the great America will respond. All we need is for Iran to blatantly disregard America and Israel in order to prompt us to slide into a real emergency turmoil. Iran is already here, and it says there is a direct and intimate link between the Korean bomb and the planned Iranian bomb, between Iran and North Korea's spit in America's face, Washington's desire and ability to lead the fight against the crazy world, and the Israeli government's conduct. Has World War III started? According to this article from the Jewish World Review and from Carolyn B. Glick, who writes for the Jerusalem Post, North Korea is half a world away from Israel. Yet, its nuclear test conducted on Monday has the Israeli defense establishment up in arms and its Iranian nemesis smiling like the Cheshire cat. Understanding why this is the case is key to understanding the danger posed by what someone once impolitely referred to as the axis of evil. Less than 2 years ago, on September 6, 2007, the Israeli Air Force destroyed a Korean-built plutonium production facility in Khaybar, Syria. The destroyed installation was a virtual clone of North Korea's plutonium production facility. This past March, the Swiss Daily reported that Iranian defector Ali Reza Asghari, who before his March 2007 defection to the United States served as a general in Iran's Revolutionary Guards and as deputy defense minister, divulged that Iran paid for the North Korean facility built in Syria. Tehran viewed the installation in Syria as an extension of its own nuclear program. According to Israeli estimates, Tehran spent between $1 billion and $2 billion for the project. It can be assumed that the Iranian personnel were present in North Korea during Monday's test. Over the past several years, Iranian nuclear officials have been on hand for all of North Korea's major tests, including its first nuclear test and its intercontinental ballistic missile test in the year 2006. Moreover, it wouldn't be far-fetched to think that North Korea conducted some level of coordination with Iran regarding its timing of its nuclear bomb and ballistic missile tests this week. It's hard to imagine that it's a mere coincidence that North Korea's actions came just a week after Iran tested its solid fuel missile with a range of 1,200 miles. Aside from their chronological proximity, the main reason it makes sense is to assume that North Korea and Iran coordinated their separate tests because North Korea has played a central role in Iran's missile program. Although Western observers claim that Iran's missile is based on Chinese technology referred to Iran or transferred to Iran through Pakistan, the fact that Iran owes much of its ballistic missile capability to North Korea. So North Korea has been selling to whoever is willing to pay. The Shahab-3 missile, for instance, which forms the backbone of Iran's strategic arm threatening to Israel and its Arab neighbors, is simply an Iranian adaptation of North Korea's missile technology. Since at least the early 1990s, North Korea has been only too happy to proliferate that technology to whoever wants it. Has World War III started? Well, it doesn't appear that the United States plans to do anything to stop North Korea's bomb making or Iran's race toward nuclear arms. No wonder the people in Israel are nervous. The Bible tells us that one day there will be a war. Is it World War III, and has it started already? Well, we haven't seen the ground troops. We haven't seen the missiles launched. We haven't seen the big boom yet. When it will start, nobody knows for sure. But things are tightening up. It looks like we could soon see a war in this old world unlike anything previously known. Worse than World War I, for sure. Worse than World War II, indeed. Worse than anything we have ever seen before. World War III. But Jesus said, when ye shall see all these things come to pass, look up, for your redemption draweth nigh. Say, we're getting close. I'm J.R. Church. We'll see you again tomorrow with our analysis of the news.